Hey, welcome back. I'm Brad, and I'm playing Shadowdark solo in the world of Terra Invictus. And before we pick up where we left off, I wanted to do a little bit of housekeeping things. I've been tracking several little notes of things that have come up that I gotta hang on to, remember, whatever. So, Thane rolled a nat 1 for Cure Wounds last session. And not only that, you got if you didn't watch the last session, you should go back. It was a great session for a comedy of errors in terms of the die rolls, particularly with the dwarves. So yeah, so Thane rolled a nat 1 on Cure Wounds. I've got to do penance. I think the book says 5 gold pieces. I'll try to figure out what I want to do for that. I might just give a temple 5 gold pieces and call it good so it doesn't get too complicated. But at the same time, that seems a little bit low and cheesy. But I don't want it to be like, oh, I have to travel over to this hex way in the east on some journey to do a thing, light a whatever over there, and then just to get my heal wounds back. So, cure wounds. So, I'm going to make it fairly simple, but 5 gold pieces might not be it. Another thing about Thane, so I was looking at XP. I'm tracking it on the back of my character sheet here, and I've got these 4 just leveled up, so they all have 4 XP, but they are level 3. Abbott and Thane are level 2, so Abbott's actually about to level up in 5 more XP. But Thane only has 6, but it's kind of cheesy. The reason he only has 6 is because when we went into the last level of the dungeon level of the palace, Thane was off on his vision quest after losing his hand. So, should I give him 0 XP for that? Should I give him whatever Abbott's got and keep them on the same pace? I'm not quite sure. It feels like he shouldn't get nothing, even though I didn't play that out. I feel like I should bring him up a little bit for that. What else did I have here? Thane. We're about to do that. Oh, this was kind of a fun one. Here's another that that solo and the charts and the randomness that happens came up with something pretty stinking cool. And I didn't notice it until I will re-listen to these episodes to make sure that I want to post it, but also just it helps me recap and remember where I am, and it's actually kind of fun for me to hear them back. But anyway, so I had that thing where we got a treasure, and it seemed kind of weak. It was like time that can be sold for 6 gold pieces, right? And I was like, ooh, herbalist Nura. Can Nura use the time for something? Can she find a use for it? And the result was no, but. And I was like, no, but, nope. I just don't have anything for that. I do have something for that, but I didn't realize it till I went back. So there is a thing. So the but is not Nura. No, but Krell can. There's a thing in, is it the player's companion? Towards the bottom. Yeah, here we go. Spell catalysts. And I was like, oh, it's a bunch of herbs. And sure enough, I looked on that, and the herb time has spell affected web. How cool is that? We just learned web. So it gives a web spell. That makes it a little stronger. Let's see. It's like a disadvantage to escape from the web, I think is what it is. Time. Tough herb. Cast if held while casting web. It imposes disadvantage on anyone trying to break free. So, yeah. So I got to try and remember to use it, but I'm taking the time for Krell. It's a tiny little thing, but it was cool when I realized, oh, no, but there is something I can do with it. It's just not Nura. So that was kind of neat. I think that covers the things I wanted to catch up on. So where we left off is the party was sleeping. We were trying to get through the night after a tough battle with the undead, helping out that priest with the newly built home. And an ogre finds the party sleeping around the campfire. The first thing we need to determine, we already rolled that the ogre found us and attacks. The first thing we have to do is figure out who's on watch. That's Abbott. Perfect. I think he was on watch last time too. So I'm just going to sleep the rest of these guys around here. Around the fire. Around the fire. We don't want to leave Renariel out there, but whatever. I did it pretty randomly. So Abbott's sitting up. There's a little bit of a fire left. And this ogre comes. There's my ogre mini. Yeah, it's a woman. Woo! Hubba hubba. So, we're going to see distance. We'll roll it. Okay, near. That's perfect. So, crossing this ledge thing. Oh, did I? I might have already rolled that, but I got that in reaction. Yeah, we just need to roll initiative. That's what we need to do. So, it is going to be Abbott versus Ogre. Son of a bitch. I saw the 16 for Abbott first. I thought, oh, we're in good shape. In good shape. We are not. It's not surprise, thankfully. So Abbott sees him coming. But the ogre is definitely going to come running in. Ogre has a great club. Rushes in. We said near. So I'm going to say the ogre can get to us. Because this is a situation where near actually makes sense, right? I've covered that in a previous thing where it's like if you're in an open field or whatever, something can't just stumble on you. This is in the dark. All of a sudden the ogre could come out of these bushes, right, and go, oh, there's people here. So he's just going to charge in to attack Abbott. So right over the fire. Well, I had brought him in from this side first, so he'll go over this rock. Okay, Abbott, you could be in trouble. So, Ogre goes first. He's got great club. He's a +6. He's got 2 attacks at 2d6. What's that? A nat 1. Speak of the nat 1s. So, he loses his... What he does is he swings. Abbott pulls back. He misses short and digs his club into the fire that's still kind of lit, and he spends the rest of his turn, which would have been she. And check out the crack on that, too. Whew. Baby, I just noticed that. She spends the rest of her turn trying to pull it out of the fire and is slightly distracted by the fact that her club is now a little bit on fire, which actually might be bad for us. But now it's Abbott's turn, and he's going to holler out for everybody to get up. I can't rage, so he's just going to swing and go for it. We have to get our sheets out. Abbott goes. Thankfully, there's only one, because ogres are pretty dangerous, and also thankfully that nat 1, so we didn't get hit, because we might not survive a hit. So, Abbott has a +5. And I think the AC is really low for a big ogre. Oh yeah, I'm gonna flip my page here. Yeah, they're big, slow, lumbering. 5. Even a 5's gonna hit. Barely, but a 5 does hit. And Abbott's damage is 8. No bonus, right? 8 damage. Sweet. That's actually huge. And at that, Abbott yells for everyone to get up because they are all asleep. Let's not complicate things and make it like they have to do some sort of roll to see if they can get up. They spring into action. They're all ready. They pick up their weapons. Well, maybe we should say they can move or attack. I don't know. Thane's right next to him. Renariel's right next to him. Definitely no sneak attacks. I don't even know if they would think, though, to do much other than swing. What does Thane have? Holy weapon's kind of cool, but given that I suspect it'll be a shortish battle one way or the other, we're just gonna swing with the Morningstar. So, Thane, Morningstar. Nat! Alright! D8 twice. Sweet, Thane. 9 damage. Alright, matches. Well, even does better than Renariel will attack on the other side. And I think what makes the most sense, even though Renariel's range is better, is that he would swing and then back up as opposed to back up and then shoot, especially with getting out the crossbow. So he swings his sword. That's a hit. Renariel has a short sword. D6 damage. That's a 3. And then he'll back up into the bushes. Okay. Orgo will then step up, make his attack +4 with his axe. That's a hit. Wow, we're killing it. D6 is a 5 + 1 is 6. Woo! This guy's going down. You're going down. Nura actually is not right next to him, so she can shoot from where she's at. She's got a longbow. That actually is a hit, believe it or not, even with her horrible attack. And she's got D8 + 3, so I think she's got the kill shot. Because, yep. So this girl didn't even get to attack or run. So she takes a shot from Nura. Nice job, guys. Took down an ogre. That could have been a lot scarier than it was, especially because I was thinking about, do I add like a D4 fire if she hits? But she is down, and Krell doesn't even get to do anything. I guess he'll come over and check out the body. We'll see if we have any random treasure. We do. Nice. And an ogre's level 6. So we might actually have a decent treasure. Let's check. That seemed too easy, but the dice were in our favor that time. They haven't always been. 42 is not horrible. Mace inlaid with gold holy symbols. I don't know if I like that one for an ogre. So let's just check the other chart and see what this one would have. GM's companion 42. And that doesn't make a lot of sense either. 10 vials of pure mercury. I'm just calling it 50 gold pieces. We get 50 gold pieces. It's not one of the treasures. I think she had some coin. She had a little bag of coins. No, I thought I saw one, but I was just looking at some other minis too. So she's done. We're just gonna call it 50 gold pieces. A mace doesn't really make any sense unless she was carrying one that she got off another adventure or something. So let's see. We actually still have to do 2. If I remember right, we have to do 2 more checks while we sleep. So we continue to rest. No and no. So we're good. But the interruption, isn't there something weird about that? I have to make con checks since we were interrupted. I don't love that. It gets kind of complicated, is why. But it was, we were interrupted, so. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I'm having a hard time finding this. Nope. Resting. Okay. Interruption. A stressful interruption combat requires an affected character. That would be all of them. On a failure, the character consumes a ration but gains no benefit from resting. Okay. So let's make those checks. So if they make their con check, they regain hit points, regain spells or whatever. But if they miss, They don't. So we'll just go down the line. Abbott. So he would get his rage back and heal. Nope. Oh, that's a bad one. Because we needed him. Orgo. Yes, he's okay. So Orgo will regain his. Abbott. I'm gonna write down here that Abbott is exhausted. Just drink more, Abbott. You'll be fine. Renariel. I don't know if Renariel lost anything. So Renariel is exhausted too, but I don't know that there's anything lost there. Krell might have lost spells or something. Man, exhausted. This is not good. So we still want to get back to a town. I think that might be our move, is to get to the nearest town. Thane could really use it. Thane's okay. Thank goodness. So Thane will heal. Don't get back our cure wounds, but Nura is okay. Nura will heal. So we got half the party still exhausted after that. And we make it through the night. And where are we? That's what we got to figure out now, because we got to see where our nearest town is, I think is what we want. Nearest town. Sharon, which might have been just one hex. So we might only have to go one hex. Or two. It looks like we got to go two. So we'll go to the west and try to go navigate. Ooh, I don't think we get it. This is getting worse. I haven't missed a navigation check in a while. So I wanted to go 2812. But we're going to go, so 2812 is going to be a 1. And then I'll just go around, I guess. No, how did I do this in the past? I wouldn't go completely backwards because I'm on the other side of the hex. I don't know. I'm going to roll a random d6. Maybe I do go the wrong way. 2812 is 1, and I'm going to go south, or go clockwise around. Oh, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait a minute. Oh, that's actually would bring us back to the same. There's only 5 hexes around it. No? 2913. Okay. 2913. Sorry. That shouldn't have been that hard. Which I feel like we maybe have already been to. It would have been on the previous page. Yeah, we have been to it. Not a whole lot happened. Okay, so... Oh, it's Boar Country. So we've been here. Let's roll for a random encounter as we enter the hex. No, that's good because we kind of don't want it. Safe, we only have to check once per day. I'm saying once in addition to the random encounter entering the hex. So we're okay though. 2913, uneventful. Now we can go 2912 to where we want to get to if we can navigate there. And yes, we're good this time. 16 is good, so we go to the city. First order of business is we gotta rest. It might be a weird time to rest. I don't know what time of day it is. Doesn't really matter. We're calling it a rest. Okay. And I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do next. So let me give it a quick pauser here.